The moment the trailer for The Breadwinner opens, it doesn't shout for attention. It gently pulls you in. There's a calm before the storm, a sense that something ordinary is about to turn upside down. And at the center of it all is Nate Wilcox, played by record-breaking comedian Nate Bargatze, stepping into his very first feature film role. For years, audiences have known him as the master of understated comedy, the guy who can turn everyday confusion into laugh-out-loud moments. But here, he's doing something different. He's not just telling jokes, he's living inside one. And the joke, it turns out, is life itself. At the heart of The Breadwinner is a marriage that feels refreshingly real. Katie Wilcox, portrayed by Mandy Moore, is not just the supportive spouse or background character. She's ambitious, creative, and quietly brilliant. While juggling motherhood and daily chaos, she invents something simple but smart: the Star Minder, a product born from the exhaustion and ingenuity that only parents truly understand. In one pivotal moment, her idea lands her in front of the sharks on Shark Tank, a place where dreams are either crushed or launched into orbit. The tension in that room is electric. The questions come fast. Is the product scalable? Is the market real? And then comes the question no one expects to carry so much weight. What about her husband? Can he take care of the kids while she builds a company? The camera cuts to Nate Wilcox, awkward, mid-donut, completely unprepared for the spotlight. The sharks see doubt. The audience sees comedy. But beneath the laughter is something deeper: society's long-held assumptions about who holds things together at home. When Katie Wilcox gets the offer of a lifetime, everything changes. A deal that promises to transform their future also demands sacrifice. She has to leave, not forever, but long enough to test whether this family can survive a total role reversal. Suddenly, Nate, the lifelong breadwinner and car dealership salesman, is promoted to a position he never applied for: full-time, stay-at-home dad to 3 young daughters. At first, Nate is confident, almost too confident. He believes sales experience somehow qualifies him for parenting logistics. How hard can it be? He talks about handling a month alone like it's a long weekend. But reality hits fast, and it hits hard. Doors are locked, schools are unknown, schedules are a mystery. The man who can close a deal in minutes can't figure out which backpack belongs to which child. The comedy escalates quickly, but it never feels cruel. When Nate confidently leads his daughters in the wrong direction, toward none of their schools, the humor isn't about incompetence. It's about learning. It's about a man discovering that the invisible labor done every day by his wife is anything but simple. The house becomes a battlefield of laundry, lunches, and emotional meltdowns. His solution to clothing management: buy 2 weeks of shirts, 2 weeks of underwear, and then start over. It's absurd, yes, but also painfully relatable. As Katie navigates boardrooms, pitches, and late-night strategy calls, Nate faces his own challenges back home. Contractors show up to fix the roof because Katie made the responsible call. Nate, left to manage the consequences, hires the cheapest option because that's what he thinks you do. The result is predictably chaotic. But again, the laughter masks a truth. Competence isn't automatic. It's learned. The emotional heartbeat of The Breadwinner is how it balances both sides of the struggle. We see Katie Wilcox exhausted, doubting herself, wondering if chasing her dream makes her a bad mother. We see Nate Wilcox drowning, pretending everything is really great while barely holding it together. In one unforgettable moment, he insists he's doing amazing, just as chaos explodes around him. The smile cracks, the scream follows, and suddenly the audience isn't laughing anymore. They're understanding. What makes Nate Bargatze's performance so powerful is restraint. He doesn't play Nate Wilcox as a bumbling fool. He plays him as a man trying, really trying, to rise to the moment. Every mistake comes from effort, not laziness. Every failure is followed by growth. It's comedy rooted in empathy, and that's what gives the film its unexpected emotional weight. Meanwhile, Mandy Moore brings warmth and quiet strength to Katie Wilcox. She's not framed as abandoning her family. She's shown as trusting them. Her belief that Nate can handle this, even when he doubts himself, becomes one of the film's most powerful through lines. She doesn't rescue him, she lets him learn, and that choice changes everything. As the days stretch on, the house starts to transform, not into perfection, but into something functional. Nate begins to notice the details, the rhythms of his daughters' lives, the emotional needs he once overlooked. The invisible threads his wife held together for years. He starts cooking real meals. He starts listening. He starts showing up in ways that matter. The humor never disappears. There are still boat mishaps, awkward social encounters, and moments where Nate is clearly out of his depth. But now, the laughs come with pride, with progress, with heart. The man who once measured success in sales numbers now measures it in bedtime routines and school drop-offs done right. At the same time, Katie's business journey reaches a critical point. The deal could change everything, or fall apart just as quickly. The pressure is immense. She worries about being absent. She worries about failing. And in a beautiful reversal, it's Nate who reassures her. He promises not to let her dream die. It's a line delivered with sincerity, not swagger, and it lands because we've seen how far he's come. The title, The Breadwinner, slowly takes on new meaning. It's no longer about who brings home the paycheck. It's about who shows up, who sacrifices, who carries the emotional weight when things get hard. By the time the family reunites, nothing is the same, and everything is better for it. Set against everyday locations like schools, homes, and workplaces, the film avoids flashy spectacle. Instead, it finds its power in recognition. Every parent sees themselves somewhere in this story. Every partner recognizes the imbalance they didn't notice before. And every viewer leaves with a little more appreciation for the work that often goes unseen. Scheduled to hit theaters on March 13th, The Breadwinner arrives as more than just a family comedy. It's a reflection of modern parenting, evolving roles, and the quiet heroism of ordinary people doing their best. With Nate Bargatze making an unexpectedly heartfelt film debut, and Mandy Moore anchoring the story with emotional authenticity, the film promises laughs, but also growth. By the final moments, when the family stands together, changed but stronger, the message is clear without ever being preachy. There is no single way to be a provider, no fixed role that defines worth. The toughest gig isn't the one that pays the most, it's the one that asks the most of your heart. And that's why The Breadwinner doesn't just entertain, it resonates.